Hi everyone, welcome back to Brownie's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making, it's just two fucking things. I'm going to be making mince pies. Let's get into this. Cooking with Thomas is back for a third episode. Here we go. Let's whisk something good up. Here we go. Bang, let's go. So to make my secret family recipe, not fucking secret family recipe, no they're fucking not. So I'm on a budget this month and I can't afford jack shit. So what I'm going to do, and plus because I'm stuck for time, I'm going to get this done for 1 and it's 11:30. I am going to, you just need 2 things for this. Here we go. This is 2 ingredients mince pie. Where's the fucking second one? All you'll need for this mince pie recipe is some just roll pastry, short crust, and some mincemeat, and a little bit of butter, wherever it's gone. There's some in the fridge, just so it doesn't stick to the surface. And something to cut the mince pies with, but apart from that, you're sorted. First thing I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is get my tin, my tray. I don't know if these are too small for the mince pies. So we're going for the small tin today, because budget-wise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my butter, and I'm going to lightly grease. I say lightly. Let's fucking grease the bastard. You don't want the fucking thing to stick, you know. If you don't want to make and go through all this hassle with these 2 ingredients, and then all of a sudden it all goes tits up, and you can't get the fucking things out. I mean, how sad will you look there? Now, just to clear something up, I normally use my homemade. I normally make homemade short crust pastry, and I do. I make jam tarts every month or so. Make them homemade, take them into work. But today, because I was stuck for time plus money as well, I can't afford jack shit. I generally can't. I had to go into my savings. I have to use the Just Roll, and it was an offer for £1 at Morrison's. So Morrison's, guys, if you need some, go to Morrison's. It's £1. Good job. Right. So what's next is right. We'll just put this. We'll put that down to one side. I'm now going to get my board out. Boring, I know. And my pastry. So unbox this. Here we go. So elegant. Normally, I'm not used to this, you know, processed crap. I'm used to it being a lot more making a homemade, so I generally don't know what to do here. Oh my god. It's actually quite nice. So smoothing. Bang that on there. So this is our pre-made Just Roll pastry, not sponsored. And so here are my cookie cutters. Now if you don't have any cookie cutters, what you can do is, where is it, my measuring jug? You can use a lid from, Frank, shut up! So this could be a bit too big for, Frank, come on now. So this could be a bit too big for your, because if you look, if I make a whole circle out of that, that's not going to fit in this tray. No, that's too big. What you can also use is, use one of these. It's very small. It's, but thing is, these are literally £1 from Morrison's or some shit. Or Amazon. But, what? What? Just want to make my mince pies. Right, we're back now. So you can use this and put it around and just get a knife and cut around it. You do get a little bit there, but you know, that's fine. No one can give 2 shits. But honestly, if I would recommend, you can get some toolkits off Amazon. They're very, they're not very flexible, but you can get ones that are flexible so you can switch them to your needs. I think I'm going to go with this size today, so you can scoop. The thing is, you've got to realise is that it may look big on the outside here, but when you actually cut into it, this bit here, it's kind of like an illusion. This end part is a lot smaller. And you've got to think, is that going to be enough? I don't think this is enough. So I'm going to go for the next step up, which is, we're going to go for this size here, ladies and gentlemen. If it doesn't fit well, then I'm just going to go with this, my old method. So right, let's go. Make sure to go straight into the corner, because you don't want any waste. I mean, what you can do, I don't know if you can do it with this, is that any of the little trims, you can trim it up and then put it into a ball and then roll it out again. So push it down, give it a little swirl. So what I've done is I've just put it in there lightly. And what I've done is I've tapped it around the sides like that, and then we'll do that. Sorted. Next one. There we go, that's our first batch done. And so what I'm going to do now is going to get my mincemeat. So here's my mincemeat. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a teaspoon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen my first video, please check it out. I generally do. I cover all the basics on the children, like teaspoons and tablespoons. I'm just going to give this a little mix, just because, you know, preservatives and shit. And this is mincemeat, so this is just the filling. You can make it yourself, and what you can do is, oh yeah, what I'm going to do actually, is I'm just going to transfer it into just a mini mixing bowl here. So just a bit. Just a little bit, just as much as I want. Less is more, because you know, you don't want to add too much and then all of a sudden it's like soup and then it's just going to come out shit. And now the secret ingredient, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit of brandy. Dry, oh sherry, that's sherry. Yeah, that's it, that's what they use for the peppercorn sauce. And what we're going to do is just add a touch. So they won't be driving home tonight then. And what we're going to do, you don't have to do that, you know, it's just because it's Christmas, just so they're making friends, you know. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a mix. It's just lovely when a woman, you know, drinks a bit of Baileys, because it just makes it so aromatic and just so erect. Here we go. And all we're going to do, don't fill them all the way up, because what's going to happen is that when they're baking in the oven, is that it's going to boil. And what you don't want to do, a bit like when you cooking potatoes on a hob or whatever, you don't want to fill the water too high up because it's going to boil over and go everywhere. Same with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to half full. I think even just half a teaspoon really. Just smells like Christmas. I mean, you can make this homemade, and I was going to, guys, I do apologise. I was going to make it, but Mum broke the news that, you know, time and shit, so that's a bad example. That is a good example. That's just shit. Skip up every last ounce. And that's it, guys. That is my Baileys mince pies round 1. So obviously they need tops now, so what we're going to do is, what does the recipe say? And so all I'm going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is create some tops. And I'm just going to use the same pastry I've got here, and I'm a bit worried because obviously I might not have enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll it out a bit more, I think. The thinner you roll it, the bigger it's going to get, which means you get more pastry at the end of the day. Same thing, give it a bit of a squeeze, and we'll just, you probably can't see that, but we'll just pop it on the top. And just seep it through the sides a little bit if you want to, like that. There we go. And here are the final mince pies. I put all the lids on them. I still have some leftover pastry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these in the oven. And when it's all done, I'm going to reuse the tin and, you know, add some more as much as I can. So let's get these in the oven. And so oh, that's quite heavy actually. Frank, I'm recording. And so what's going to happen with these now is that they're going to go into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 200 degrees. Isn't that right, Frank? Right, here she is.
Finish your tea.
The head chef. Mum, do you want to say hello to the vlog?
Hi. You finished your tea?
Yes, I have. Would you mind? Look, Mum, the timer's just gone.
Yeah, go on.
So it's been 15 minutes. I'm going to open up the... Oh my god.
Why?
Look at the tops.
Oh, they're great.
I didn't thought them. The fucking top's bigger than this.
Okay. It's great. We'll do another load.
I haven't got another load, have I?
Oh, have you got any? How about these?
Oh yeah, I've got them.
Got any more just roll?
No.
Why didn't you buy 2 lots, like I told you? This is the
You never told me that.
You did.
Just trying to big yourself up on camera. Right, so guys, I'm going to bring this out now. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to leave them on here and I'm going to leave them to cool. So if you have a look at the mince pies I've just created and baked, as you can see, the top is a bit fucked. And that's because basically what happens to pastry is that it absorbs air, and obviously it's absorbed a bit too much air on the top. And so what I did after bringing them out of the oven is I forked them, and that kind of brought down the air a little bit. But what I've done is I've created a second batch with just the leftover pastry I had. Only had enough for 4. And what I've done is I've just done the same thing with the brandy, etc, but I've just pricked the top. And so hopefully that should stop the air bubbles from forming. I'm just going to get these back in the oven now for an extra 15 minutes, and then we'll be off to, you know, eat them. And here is the finished product, ladies and gentlemen. Mummy here has just dusted these, Frank. Mum has just dusted these in some icing sugar so they look like they've got dandruff on them. But I don't mind it, you know, adds a bit of texture to it. But these are the secret family recipe, isn't it right, Mum?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here. Anyway, the reason...
They are delicious.
Lovely, sublime. The reason why I made these is because I'm now going to take them to Morrison's because we're doing a mince pie competition at work. Let's go to Morrison's and get some reviews. Mum, could you be any louder?
Let's have a mince pie. What's in it? Before I eat it? What's that?
Just rolled pastry and mincemeat.
You didn't make the pastry yourself?
No.
Oh, that's fuck, it's like what I've just eaten, the chili.
Eat the bloody thing, it's chili. Adam, what are your thoughts on my mince pies?
Shit, I mean, really good.
Thank you.
Nice. Very nice, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I can't decide what I think of that.
Really?
I'd like to say something about the chef. Please.
Yeah.
It's not really filled, is it? There's nothing in it.
It's empty.